InterCall for Hangouts enables Google customers with global PSTN conferencing services to their existing Hangouts service. It adds great features and functionality into Hangouts by integration to InterCall's Reservationless Plus conferencing service. Let's go ahead and look at what that scheduling process looks like. You can see I have my Google Calendar loaded here today. On the right hand side we have the InterCall for Hangouts calendar gadget. Let's go ahead and create an event. Okay, and let's say I need to create an event called a team meeting. You can see the details have already been populated in my invitation. Below here we have all the audio details for a user to join the account. The URL at the top of the invite is for actually running and managing the Hangout session by itself. This is running on Google architecture. We are not offboarding the Hangout session. We're just combining the audio with InterCall's Reservationless Plus service. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at what the experience looks like. So you can see here we have the similar invitation to what we've just scheduled. Within that we have the URL to start the meeting. So I can go ahead and just click that or copy and paste it into my browser and it will fire up the Hangout session with the integration already loaded. So guys, thank you for your time today. I wanted to introduce you to a new product at InterCall we're referring to as InterCall for Hangouts. So InterCall for Hangouts natively introduces our Reservationless Plus audio conferencing service into Google Hangouts. As I say, this is a new platform for us all, so it may look very different to what you're used to. So let's start by opening the floor up for some questions regarding the service.
Andy, question for you.
Go for it, Sarah.
If I'm an InterCall existing customer, so I'm already with you guys, does this mean you give me new details that I need to remember?
In the main, we will be able to port across existing details. I mean, there are some certain account configurations required to achieve the integration. But if you're an existing InterCall customer today, there's a very good chance we can just incorporate this to your existing service.
Perfect.
Andy, for some reason my headset wouldn't work, so I had to dial in. I mean, how is everyone connected to the call?
You've dialed in on the phone, and I can actually see that on the UI, and everyone else who has joined on the web today will be able to see that as well. You're the only one here that's joined on the phone, though. Everyone else has joined on Google Hangouts, and that's really why we've introduced Google Hangouts. It's why customers are looking to go this way. So we are a Google Apps for Business customer. That's the direction we're going. Out of the box, though, it is a VoIP tool, so everyone has to connect via IP. Classic example today, that's not always possible. Just because you have dialed in on the phone, Bish, everyone else doesn't have to as well.
So, Andy, quick one for me. Obviously, usually the ones that dials in on PSTN, and maybe sometimes the ones on a VoIP connection, they come in with a bad line and screws up the call for everybody else. What sort of call controls you have then?
You get the same call controls you would expect with any InterCall solution. The same way we integrate our audio to our proprietary tools like InterCall Unified Meeting, like Call Manager, like Mobile Meet, and our partner products like Link and WebEx, etc. If you have visibility of an endpoint, you can control them. So on the left-hand side with my Hangout, I can bring Henrik up, and if I want to, I can just mute your Hangout connection. But I can do the same thing for Bish as well. If there was some background noise coming from Bish, I can simply click his phone icon. That mutes him. We get no more background from Bish's line. He's got the prompt on his side to say, been muted, press *6 to unmute yourself. Or I can just unmute him myself. And in the same way, if I want to dismiss Bish from the call, maybe he's hanging on from a previous call, I can click the red X here and dismiss him. So we have the same level of functionality you'd be accustomed to as an InterCall user, regardless of how you utilize Reservationless Plus today.
Andy, can I start a meeting on your behalf at all?
Not directly, Monique, but let's kind of try to break that down for how this looks. In order to deliver security and cost protection to our customers, we do mandate for the integration to be achieved that I, as the account holder, be on the call somewhere. That can either be on the Hangout side or it can be on the InterCall side.
And the final one for me, just kind of curious about support and how would customers get support on a product like this?
But backed by the same InterCall support team that exists today, Henrik, we will support the audio platform, the audio conferencing service. We'll also support our integration module here as well. So anything you see on the right-hand side of the screen, that is our extension. That's what we're adding to achieve the integration. In terms of the Hangout functionality, unfortunately, we can't support that. That does divert back to the Google VAR, wherever the customer is procuring their Google licensing from.
And that's going to be multilingual 24/7 support, obviously, through InterCall.
Absolutely, as you would expect.
Good stuff.
Andy, I wanted to ask you about the little dial-in number that I can see to the left of your image on the screen.
You can see on my screen that there is one phone line on the bridge in the InterCall UI, and there are the 4 of us within Hangouts. This line here is an outbound call that we request Google to place, in this case, my InterCall account. It's a line that connects 2 meetings together. And so that's one bridging connection to us. That's not 5 people incurring 5 separate costs to me as a Google customer and negating any benefits I would have for utilizing Hangouts. We're looking to hide it in a future release with Google. Well, guys, if there's no other questions, that is the brief overview of InterCall for Hangouts today, and I look forward to speaking to you all next week.
Thanks,
Excellent.
Andy.
Thanks,
everyone.
Andy.
Take care. Bye.
For more information, please visit www.intercall.com/IC for Hangouts or email the team at intercallforhangouts@intercall.com.